Hello, Power Veterans. We have waited and waited, and we're here now. We are at the part where we look back at Season 4, Episode 1 of Power Book 3, Raising Kanan, and review it. It's Lady Vet here, and without further ado, I'm going straight in, mainly because we've already seen the clips, the teasers, and the pics. If you haven't subscribed to the channel already, you can do it now. Episode 1 began by going back 3 months. Unique awoke, pulled himself up out of the ditch where Ronnie threw his body. He made a phone call to Early Tyler asking him to come and get him and provide safety and security for a fee. In the words of Early, Unique is his investment. To ensure that Early was taking care of his investment, he took Unique straight to the doctor, the animal doctor, a veterinarian. We were taken back to Lulu and Shirley's showcase, where everyone was there except Rock. While they were there, Lulu apologized to Jukebox for missing her audition, and while they were making up, Kanan piqued Aisha's attraction to Jukebox. Meanwhile, Marvin got a message to reach out to Stefano. Jukebox looked around, realizing that Rock was missing. She asked Kanan about her, but Kanan just responded that she's got her own life and he's got his. Rock and her attorney were at the precinct for questioning, but he assured Rock that she had nothing to worry about, that the FBI had nothing on her. On the way out, Rock began to feel a little queasy, thought that she should get something to eat, and told the attorney that she would meet him outside. Marvin reached out to Stefano to make sure that it was he that Stefano wanted and not Rock. While at the vending machine, Rock locked eyes with Detective Howard. The pet doctor stressed to Early the importance of getting the right kind of care for Unique, but Early wasn't having it. He wanted to protect his investment. The pet doctor explained to Early that Unique's condition warranted rehab and compared him to a dog that they needed to put down because of his behavior. Early took Unique back to his place for rehab, and Rock started experiencing pregnancy symptoms. Stefano and Marvin had a meet. He thanked him for the Baselli job, then told him about the problem that he's having with his son-in-law, Tommaso, and why he can't handle it himself according to mafia rules. And so Marvin and Stefano's deal was that Marvin would check his son-in-law and they would keep it between themselves. Kanan was summoned by Dr. West. She informed Kanan that he immediately had to do a paper about his grandparents, or he would have problems with the social worker. Kanan, being Kanan, didn't want to do the paper about the grandparents. He wanted to do it about something else, of which he was denied. Rock took an in-home pregnancy test to discover that she was indeed pregnant. The pet doctor brought pain medicine for Unique to Early, urging Early for Unique to be in the hospital, but Early again said no. Early informed the doctor that he needed to keep Unique safe and secure. The doctor informed Early that he may be secure, but he did not believe that he was safe. Kanan set out to do his research for the paper. He started with Detective Howard, who told him no and asked him, did he want to be known as a cop's kid? Detective Howard told Kanan to write about Rock's parents. And he also told Kanan that it wasn't one of his better ideas to come by his place of work. Jukebox had dinner with Aisha and her parents. Marvin witnessed Stefano's son-in-law cheating during his first surveillance. Rock is all set to terminate the pregnancy. The doctor warned Rock that she needed to speak with the social worker concerning her decision. Rock just wanted to move forward. Unique, barely walking, got out of bed and asked Early for keys so that he can let Pernessa and Jerome know that he was alive. Realizing that Unique isn't well enough to do anything, Early helped him back to bed after he fell to the floor. Kanan finally decided to do the paper about Rock's parents, and so he went to see his grandma Joyce to get information about his grandfather Elijah. Kanan listened and learned as Joyce began to speak about his grandfather Elijah. Marvin continued his surveillance and pulled up on Tommaso. Unfortunately for Marvin, he had a couple of friends around and they clowned Marvin. When Rock was told that she was going to be walked through a step-by-step process, Rock informed the nurse that it wasn't her first pregnancy termination. Jukebox went to pick Rock up. On the drive home, she learned that Rock was pregnant from Unique and that she could have loved him, but Juke had to take that secret to the grave. Early's amazed after everything that Unique has gone through that he can eat solid food. So Unique thought that given a couple of days that he should circle back and get even with Ronnie, but Early had other ideas. Unique reminded Early that he doesn't care what Early thinks that he should do, but Early pressed him to remain invisible. Early reminded Unique that if he gets taken out, then he will lose his money because Unique is his investment. And so Unique told Early to go out and survey the lay of the land, do a recon for him then. Kanan went to Marvin to get his perspective on his father. Marvin was so negative, Kanan was ready to walk out the door until Marvin then changed and let him know that he really loved him. He was just upset that he left him to be the man of the house. After venting, Marvin began to explain to Kanan how he felt about his dad as a prize fighter. Early came back to Unique to report on Rock getting his business, Ronnie working with Kanan, and Rock supposedly getting her supply from Unique's old connect. Now Unique is thinking that Rock told him that she was done and now she's got his work. When Early was done running his mouth, Unique thought that Rock let him get things up and running just so that she can take it from him. Unique started thinking that Rock had Ronnie's back and they are all conspiring against him, including Kanan. With Unique's new way of thinking, he decides to ask Early for a gap, and Early gives it to him. Kanan made his way to see Uncle Lulu about his grandpa Elijah. Lulu's perspective was more about the music and how his dad left him and what it made him feel like as the baby in the family. Marvin pulled up on Tommaso knocked him out, and told him that he would be following his directions. Kanan has spoken to everyone, gathered all the research information about Grandpa Elijah, except he didn't speak to Rock. Rock pointed out that she was her dad's favorite, and she offered to help Kanan, but he rejected her. Just as Rock began to walk away, she turned and she told Kanan how much she loved him.
You know, it don't matter to me what you think of me, Kanan. It don't matter to me at all. I don't need you to love me for me to love you back. You understand what I'm saying? I love you so much. Don't matter if you hate me.
With all the ideas that Early has put in Unique's head, Unique is out doing his own recon, and he's clocking Ronnie and Juliana. Jukebox linked up with Mr. Bingham, and she shared the news about being selected for the group, and she asked questions about his time in the military. Although he was excited about Jukebox being selected for the group, he wasn't about her thinking about going into the Army. He explained to Jukebox that the Army had issues with societal issues. Lulu had a surprise visit from Jessica, who claimed she stopped because she was in the area and she wanted to say hi. Crank came to Kanan to negotiate for the other guys to get more money. After Crank left, Crystal gave Kanan a few business tips, but they were interrupted when he got a call from the hospital about his grandmother. Marvin and Stefano had a meet and a cigar over Marvin's visit with Tomaso. For now, Stefano seems happy with the outcome and let Marvin know that he has a friend in him. Kanan arrived at the hospital to bring Grandma Joyce home, where he learned that she has kidney cancer and that none of her children know, and she swore Kanan to secrecy. Lou's attempt to drive while drinking was interrupted by Shirley. And unbeknownst to both of them, she just saved Lou's life. Rock had her meeting with the social worker. She asked Rock about her feelings. Rock took over the session with what I call a rockology conversation. She left the lady speechless and thanked her for her time.
Spend time crying about what you lost. You never get shit. And I'm gonna get mine. You can be goddamn sure of that. My feelings is good. Nobody needs to worry about them, and nobody needs to worry about me. I appreciate your time.
This was a typical Rock response, cold, heartless, and showing no emotions about the termination of her pregnancy. In my opinion, Rock has been hurt so many times that she has built a shield of protection around herself to not feel the pain. So we're here now, back to where we started. We have supposedly filled in some gaps. We have journeyed with Unique since being dumped in the trash to his present day state of mind. I would like to say that's it. But in my opinion, we are about to be introduced to the guy in Unique's body. Early Tyler has ignored the medical warning, and his greed for money from Unique will be the death of him. What need will a deranged unique have for early? You tell me your thoughts. And are you satisfied with the story of Unique's comeback? Until the next time, guys, I'm out.